getting right. So we want to bring in Willis, the word master. Remember that it's Friday, and when it's Friday, we also get to learn some proper English pronunciations. I want to bring in Willis, the word master, joining us live and direct from Kisumu City. Willis, I have been inspired by Wanja's story. I don't know if you have been, and what your thoughts are about this act of kindness.
Well, Betty, it's rare to get people with such kind of a heart and that very feeling, that kind of, humane kind of approach to issues. And when such a Kenyan decides to do that, what is important for us to do is to emulate or to also ensure that we give her a pat on the back. We have Wanja, and there are so many other Wanjas in this country and beyond. For humankind, we have always to do the needful.
Interesting, Willis. I mean, I'm so touched and so inspired. I'm going to be looking for the next thing that I can do to make a change in somebody else's life. All right, Willis. So, of course, we also need to get into our discussion tonight to do with pronunciations. Last week, you gave us a shocker about quite a number of words. I'm still trying to pronounce aesthetic, something like that. But anyway, Willis, I want us to listen to Word on the Street, and then we continue with our lesson tonight.
Ever kiss. Ever kiss.
Ever quiz. Ever quiz.
Ever kiss. Ever kiss. Ever kiss.
Ever sis. Ever sis. Ever sis.
Ever quiz. Ever quiz. Ever quiz.
Ever quiz. Ever quiz. Ever quiz.
Ever quiz. Ever quiz. Ever quiz.
Ever accuse. Ever accuse. Ever accuse.
Ever accuse. Ever accuse. Ever accuse.
Evacuees. 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 Evacuees.
Hey, Willis, tonight, watch her too. So, I mean, quite a number of different pronunciations there. So I think one person was close. But anyway, I'm not even the teacher. I shouldn't even be commenting.
Close.
So what really is the correct pronunciation of these words?
Betty, they have really tried. But this is a tricky word. You say evacuees.
Evacuees. Evacuees.
Now, there are those people who may find themselves saying evacuees. You realize that even the verb to say evacuate, many people say evacuate. Evacuate. So when you come from that evacuate, which is inaccurate, to evacuees, you may say evacuees. And that is where sometimes pronunciations become tricky.
Yes,
so
tricky.
We say evacuate as a verb. Then we have those people who have been sent away from a place because it's dangerous. You say evacuees. Evacuees.
Evacuees. Evacuees.
Yes.
Got it, Willis, got it. And this words that begin with the letter E, because also, do we say election? That's another word. Willis, what can you say about that?
But as I told you, Betty, the other time is, what we have is election. That letter E takes the short sound E. Election.
Okay.
But when somebody says election, you don't have to be very concerned about that. Those are now the minor aspects or the pedantic aspects of pronunciation, especially for a second or a target language.
Got it, Willis. Got it. Got it. One of the fans of Mind Your Language said that Betty shouldn't be saying "got it," so I got that one, Willis. Moving on, they're so strict.
It's better when you say "got it," but you've talked about "got it," and you may hear of "got it." Got it.
Yes, Willis. They're so strict, they don't allow me to say got it, so I'll say got it. Moving on simply, Willis, to this.
When it comes to serious communication,
yes.
Betty, just get them right.
That's true, Willis. Moving on to this other word, I'll spell it out. P-A-R-L-O-U-R. Pala, which is which?
Yes, pa. You say pa. Betty,
Pala.
if I say pa, and I say pa, you'd realize there is some difference in terms of the vowel sound.
Yes.
Pa.
Pa.
Then pa. So this is pala.
Okay.
It has the long sound pala. That
Pala.
R is silent after A, yes. Pala. You
Pala.
say pala like a funeral, pala. Massage, pala.
Pala.
Not pela, not palua. You say pala.
Pala. Got it. Got it.
Yes.
Well, let's moving on to this other word. I'll also spell it out. D-U-V-E-T. Is it duvet or duvet?
That T is silent.
Okay.
You say duvet, but
Oh.
remember you can also say duvet
All
with a
right.
stress on the second syllable. Duvet, or
Duvet.
duvet.
Okay.
Yes.
Duvet. Moving on to this other word. Do we say precipice or precipice?
Well, we have the word ice, I-C-E, ice,
Yeah.
but you don't say precipice. You say precipice.
Precipice.
Just like prejudice, novice, justice, notice, not notice, justice, precipice, prejudice. No, you say precipice. Just like when we talk of, to be on the edge of a precipice, not a precipice.
Precipice. This other one, I know it as stratum, or is it stratum?
Or stratum. Stratum, not stratum.
Okay. Oh,
Stratum.
stratum.
Yes.
Stratum. Willis,
Yes.
got it. Got it. Moving on to this other word. So do we say recitation or recitation? Like to recite, does it change when you're saying recitation or recitation?
The verb is recite, but the noun is recitation, not recitation.
Oh.
Just like invite, the verb, invitation, the noun. Combine, the verb, combination, not combination. So we
Okay.
say recite as a verb, but the noun is recitation. We should avoid recitation, which is commonly used locally.
Okay. Okay. What about the rain? Do we say
Reci.
precipitation?
Yeah, precipitation.
Okay.
Precipitation.
Okay.
Yes.
This other one is can be pronounced as deviant, deviant. Which is which, Willis?
No,
D.
deviant. Letter E in that word takes the long sound E. Deviant, like
Oh,
deviant
deviant.
behavior.
Oh.
Deviant behavior, not deviant. You
Okay.
remember when we were talking about deliver, to deliver.
Yeah.
Many people
Deliver.
find themselves saying de, but it's D. Deliver.
Yes.
You get that?
Yeah,
Deliver.
deliver.
Not deliver, not deliver. Liver, no, liver. Deliver.
Deliver. Wow. Deliver
Yes.
the supplies. Wow.
Yes.
All right.
Not deliver,
not-
not deliver.
That's a surprise, Willis. That's a surprise. Deliver the merchandise.
Yes, deliver.
All right,
Deliver.
Willis. Moving back, moving on.
Yes.
I want us to go back, go to our feedback question. This one is from. Do we say Linus or Linus also? Before I mispronounce his name.
Oh, you say Linus.
Linus. Linus Babu.
That is Linus.
Yes. Linus.
Linus.
All right.
Linus. But
Linus.
remember, when you go to the Catholic Church,
Yeah.
you may find people saying Linus.
Linus.
But when we come to the English name, you say Linus. Just
Linus.
like pious, not pious. Pious in English. But when you go to the Catholic Church, you may find, pious acceptable in terms of the pronunciation of that name.
All right, Willis. Moving. So Babu is asking.
That.
He's from Arusha.
Yes.
He's asking about this word, cesarean. I know it as cesarean, like a cesarean section. Is that the correct pronunciation?
The tricky thing about that name or that word is letter S. It takes the voiced sound Z.
Oh.
In fact, I remember this word.
Okay.
The other time I was asked by our cameraman, the great cameraman in Kisumu, that is Nicholas Mburu. So he was asking me, do we say cesarean,
Yeah.
cesarean, or what? And we say C-Z Z. You take that sound Z, which is the voiced sound.
Caesarean.
Section. Caesarean section. Don't say Syrian. You say Zarian.
Willis, that's a surprise.
Yeah.
Caesarean, Willis, that's...
Yes.
Wow.
Caesarean section.
Caesarean. That's...
Yes.
Honestly, that's a big
Betty,
surprise.
as I always say,
yeah.
you know, the phonology of English sometimes is a bit tricky because, like, I want to give you an example, Betty, today.
Yeah.
You know, when we talk about the word bus, a bus, B-U-S, you realize letter U takes the mid-central sound bus. We don't say bus. When you go to the word berry, B-U-R-Y, letter U takes the sound A. When you go to the word busy, letter U takes the sound E. I hope you realize that. Busy. We don't say buzzy, we don't say boozy. But when you again come to the word bush, letter U takes the sound O. So those are the irregular aspects of the English, you know, sounds and the letter or the letter sequences, if you may like it. So that is why I say always, when you study the letters of the English alphabet, the sound values that they have or the sounds that they represent, English becomes sweet. That is when you are using the sounds from the perspective of the basis of definite knowledge of the phonology. That is the sound system of English.
What? Okay, Willis got it. So it's...
So Betty, let's go straight to our word ondeng.
Yeah.
She is asking about demagogue. You say demagogue, not demagogue you. And I don't know why this word is very popular this week, but you say demagogue. A demagogue, Betty, is a political leader who seeks popularity or support on the basis of, you know, using arguments which are based on emotion and not reason. So it's just a political leader who seeks support on the basis of emotion instead of reason in an argument.
Right.
That is that. But you say demagogue. Francis Lopao, you say paradigm, not paradigm. Paradigm. But remember, you say paradigmatic when you come now to the adjective. Paradigmatic, but it's a paradigm shift.
Okay.
Francis Lopao, I hope you get that. Jonathan Okwemba, conscience, not conscience. Conscience. Then you say asylum. Indict, not indict. And don't say indictment. You say indictment.
Indictment.
Then Paris Aloyo, yes, indictment. Paris Aloyo, turquoise. Turquoise, that animal, turquoise. Don't say turquoise. We have tortoise, porpoise, but you say turquoise. That is Turquoise. Peter Murunga, heroes, but don't say heroines. You say heroines.
Heroines.
Heroines. Just like heroic. Don't say heroic, but we say hero, heroes. Then Biegon Jr., you say chores. Domestic, chores. Then we can go now to the surprise word for tonight, Betty.
Yes,
Common,
yes.
but it may be a surprise to many people. Many people talk of plateau, a plateau. But Betty, the correct or accurate pronunciation of this word is plateau, a plateau, not plateau. Plateau. That part, E-A-U, takes the sounding O, what we call that diphthong, the slight vowel glide. So you say toe, not two. Plateau, not plateau. And remember, when we talk about plateau, it's a surprise to many people. I'm very sure of that.
Yeah, me too.
Just like when you have these words, Betty, I think it will make it easier now when I have the three words. The first one, plateau. The second word, bureau. Betty, do we say bureau?
No.
But you must have heard of that very commonly,
yes,
locally.
Yeah.
People talking of the bureau. Bureau chief, bureau, forex bureau, and all that. But the pronunciation of that word is bureau, plateau, and then you say tableau. So the problem is you'll realize the part E-A-U takes the sounding O, not U. Plateau. Then we can go now to the confusing words.
Yes, yes, yes.
A-W-E is O, the long sound O. He looked at the picture in O, O, A-W-E-O, the long sound O. Can you say it, Betty?
O. O.
Yes, O. Then when you come to the lower word, O-W-E, O. You now say O. It's now a glide. O. I owe him some money.
All right.
Owe somebody
O.
money. And it reminds me about one of the respectable lady lawyers in Nairobi called Caroline Kamende Daudi. In fact, Betty, I have to tell you, there are many Kenyans who appreciate the kind of work that you do and that, you know, is rolled out or normally runs when we talk about mind your pronunciations or mind your language.
Wow, thank you very much. That has gone deep. Thank you for that, Willis.
Yes.
All right, Willis. I mean, I'm still surprised at the Caesarean, but I'm seeing somebody here, and let me just get that tweet here. Somebody is saying, this is Chris Muraya, and he's really following through. And he's saying, come to think of it, Caesarean makes sense because we also say Julius Caesar. So, you know, yeah.
Yeah, Caesar. So you see from that name, Caesar.
Yeah.
Now, what is hidden, Betty? You know what gives us problems locally or as non-native speakers of English? You'll find that what lands on your ears regularly makes you think that it is what is right. So you'll hear of Caesarean. But when you go to the doctor, Betty, have you realized that sometimes you may hear something like, kuja ni kudunge shindano. Have you heard of that?
I have heard of that many times.
Kudunga ama kumchoma mtu shindano. But shindano is competition.
Yes.
Needle is sindano. But do we have to tell the doctor, can you pronounce sindano and don't say shindano? The doctor's work is to treat you, but not to pronounce words correctly. But when you come to legal practice, broadcasting, teaching, and any other career of serious communication, you have to get it right so that you communicate clearly.
We have to. Willis, thank you so much. What an interesting lesson tonight, Mind Your Language. That one, honestly, took me by surprise. Caesarean. Thank you for that. I'll see how I can use it this weekend to show people I know a bit of good pronunciations.
But you don't use a pronunciation to show people how much you know. As I always say, languages, pronunciations, and all that are simply and most importantly for communication, just delivering a message to another person.
That's true, Willis. But sometimes, you know, wanasema kuchokoza. But anyway, that's
you have to look great.
All right, Willis, the word master.
It happens.
Yeah, thank you so much, Willis, the word master. They're joining us from Kisumu City. People call him the word master, and he always teaches us how to correctly pronounce some English words properly. All right, so remember, you can always catch him here on Friday Briefing, or you can choose to just tweet him at Willis Ocheng1. Right, so that's done. Now we want to take a